Good evening, my fellow South Africans. Tonight I'd like to speak about black and white people working together in South Africa. I think you people in Parliament should really go to the different sites and actually go and see really what is really happening there. You keep trying to push us apart. Why? We work together as a team all over the country. Black and white, the coloureds, the blacks, the whites, the Indians, we all work together. You people keep on about this black and the white, black and white. I tell you what, I've been a manager for a good couple of companies, namely Eichel, John Thompson, I can't even remember all of them, Raper. And when I used to look at the people working under me that reported to me or were under my jurisdiction, would be, I would only look for a few things, namely the Kickstarters and the auto starters. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I talking about, a Kickstarter and an auto start? A Kickstarter is somebody that won't do anything unless you go and actually physically take him to the job on an hourly basis at some stages to tell them, come here, carry on doing your job here, do this, do that. The auto starters are the guys that have got more, what would I say, they've got a much more productive nature. They will carry on, even if if there's an obstacle in their way, they will overcome their own obstacles. If they cannot overcome it, they will come to me and say to me, now, the Kickstarters are the type of people that will sit there. If they hit a bit of a roadblock, what do? They sit down and they'll pick their nose there and talk about lunch breaks and whatever crap they speak about on sites. But they won't go look for one of the foremen or one of the supervisors to say to them, listen, my job has been held up. They wait for it to be found that their job has now come to a grinding halt because he's got a bolt that he can't tighten because he doesn't know how to put the spanner on. We can't figure out what size spanners he's supposed to use. Stupid things like that. And that is what you must get it clearly in your minds. There's two types of people out there, the auto starter and the Kickstarter. Remember what a Kickstarter is? It's a person that needs to be kickstarted. In other words, you got to basically hold his hand 24/7. Unfortunately, our government are Kickstarters, the way I see it. They seem to want their hands held in that parliament. They can't seem to get any jobs done without getting somebody coming to kick their ass. Why? Why do we have to complain? Why can't they just get on and get the job done? This time they all got voted out. They're useless, a whole lot of them. That ANC must duck. They must get lost. They kickstarters. We need to kick their asses right out of there. Maybe then they can start a new profession. Because as ministers, they are absolutely useless. Totally freaking useless. Anyway, South Africa, remember, I love all you guys out there, except for some of the parliamentary members, you know that. Please have a pleasant evening further, and we'll talk again tomorrow about the same subject. I want to talk a little bit more about this kickstart and auto starts and the dust makers and all those type of people. The guys that are in the field will know what I'm talking about. They must stop this racial division between us people in South Africa. Because I'm telling you, it's got nothing to do with black and white. It's got to do with people, and we see people when we're working. We look for the auto starters and the productivity and the value that you're getting out of your employee. Not the color. Don't worry about the color of his skin. If he can do his job with a minimum of supervision, that means he's a good man. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to have his butt wiped every 25 seconds. Come and remind him his tea break is over. The stranger those people never forget what time tea break starts. But they sure as hell can always forget about what time tea break is over, eh? Same like a lunch break. They know exactly what time lunch break is, but don't tell them what time work time is. Then if angas or whatever they say. Okay, anyway, we'll talk again tomorrow afternoon. Have a pleasant evening further. And please don't forget to subscribe. I really need you guys to subscribe now, please. And if you want to, you can. I'd really appreciate it if you could maybe sponsor me a microphone or something, because as you know, my working days are numbered after the stroke and my funds are a bit limited, but I definitely need a microphone. Maybe somebody out there can just help me out with a microphone. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening further. Good night. Love you all.